Hello, my name is Jan Oskar Hansen, and I have a book here, I'll show it to you. Oh, look at it. This book is called Dancing Leaves, and it is not available on the internet, but if you send me an email, my email is Oskar what's it called again? Dot Hansen Virula thingy Sapo SAPO, okay, and dot again PT. PT is Portugal. I live in Portugal, you see. So I'll read a bit from this book because I just came over it. Actually, I've forgotten about it. And we can start off with Senryu, which is a form of haiku, and it's called Food for Thought. It's 4 of them. The moral base for consuming human flesh is a green answer. Is cannibalism the practical green way to save our planet? Let the old feel useful, make them into hamburgers and feed for cattle. Everybody can, not just Italians, be made into salami. So that was that, perhaps I shouldn't mention this with the old folk, but I'm old myself, what the fuck, it doesn't matter really. And here, yeah. Remember Seville. We used to drink bubbly white wine. When slightly drunk and in the mood, he made passionate love. She went up to Lisbon, a new job, came back after a year. Didn't like Lisbon, she said. We took up where we had left off. But something had changed. The river we swam in was hazy, and no rainbow trout waked at dawn. Let's go to Seville, she said. We did, and prayed in every church for a cure from an illness that has no real name. Late at night we ended up in a tapa bar, where she saw herself as a female toreador with the blood of defeated men on her hands. But unforgiving mirror told another story. When I awoke she had gone out, found her in a cafe drinking brandy without so fair daylight. She had given up this unfair fight against an illness that has no real name. Moon and Finland. Over Finland the half-moon peeved, growing pain. It shed tears of silver. 1,000 lakes and dignified forests smiled, and on shore pebbles sighed. If she looks out, she will see ice roses that only bloom in argent light, but only if she smiles, thinks of me when the moon is full. Horse and crow. The sun hung low as I walked to the bar. When I reached my destination there would only be a few streaks of light and pink clouds, a promise of warm weather tomorrow. On the field along the road a brown horse trotted past. It neighed politely, and on its back a tame crow sat. It said something I didn't understand. Then they were gone. On my way back from the bar, I was late, had played domino and cards. The brown horse was there, the crow wasn't. So I mounted it and rode home. Stayed with the horse in a garage, gave it slices of bread to eat and water. Next morning it was gone. The tame crow sat on the window sill and said something I ought to have understood. Haditha, humanity. Have you no Haditha? I pity soldiers who briefly lost it on that fateful day in Iraq. They will not be whole again, I fear, those who never had Haditha. They might be our future leaders. The cherry tree and the dog. Sonia, when out walking her dog, fell down a long narrow hole, once a water-bore hole. Poor Sonia fell and fell until she reached the bottom, covered in black soil. Her little poodle barked for her to come back, but when she didn't, and it was getting dark and the dog was hungry, it walked home, unable to tell anyone what had happened. Out of Sonia's heart a shoot grew. Seeing the light up there, it quickly rose, and when it reached surface, Sonia was a pretty cherry tree, and bore flowers all year. Alas, as her dog, she was unable to tell anyone. You know, that's the way it is. Well, we got time to find out there, you know. Oh, the carousel of time. A forest of black umbrellas moved slowly across the town square to the post office, demanding letters and parcels from America. It was raining. The 50s, and color. It was raining in the 50s, and the colors had yet to be invented. We believed in a democracy presented us with those who I don't understand that. I'll leave that alone. The prison. It's an odd poem that comes at a time. I don't quite understand it. I'll read it another time. The prison. The house was surrounded by tall walls that had broken glass embedded at the top. The gate was made of chunky ornamental iron and easy for boys to climb over and steal apples in the well-kept garden. The owner of the property had been a member of the Nazi party during the war. People called him names, so he stopped going out, and now he lived on his own. Spandau, stealing his food, made us feel heroic. Years later I peered through the gate, no longer as tall as I remembered it. The garden was now a jungle with neglected apples strewn on the ground. An old man in a winter coat looked up and smiled as he knew me. So there you have it. And as I said, this book, just send me €5 in an envelope, you know, and I send you this. As long as you live in Europe and England. If you live in America, well, it will cost a bit more than, you know. So England or rest of Europe, well, including Norway too, you know, if you want to, you know. Okay, my lovelies, there you are, and I wish you good reading.